bush tucker has sustained life on this wide brown land of ours for more than 60,000 years. Now traditional Aboriginal food is going gourmet and making its way into restaurants and kitchens. Writer and bush tucker cook Bruce Pascoe is here to make something special for us this morning. Welcome to the show, Bruce. Now, what are you making for us this morning? Where do we start?
Well, we're going to be cooking a small pancake, and we're making that out of kangaroo flour.
Oh.
And that kangaroo grass flour, or burul nalu, is the first time we got this flour out of the grass was Tuesday.
Wow.
You're the first person to be cooking with it in 220 years.
Wow. Feels like a bit of an honour, and some shellfish as well.
Well, we've got some mussels and some cockles. These are cooked by people all around the world exactly the same way.
Will I put them in?
Put those in now, and they don't take long to cook. And then we've got warrigal greens
what are
over
they?
here. This is what saved Captain Cook's life.
Looks like
and his
spinach.
crew, they all had scurvy. So when he came on shore, he found this growing on Aboriginal houses.
Wow.
So cooked it up for his crew, and saved their lives because it's full of vitamin C. And we use this. We put a bit of samphire in. This comes from the Snowy River. This is preserved samphire, but that goes in with the mussels, gives it a flavour, beautiful flavour.
What does it taste like?
It's a crunchy little vegetable, very salty. This has been preserved in vinegar, but it just adds a real flavour to the food. And I've got my eye on this because...
Yes, am I doing this right?
I think you're doing it very well.
Yeah? Oh, great.
Because no one's done it for a very long time. I don't think you can go wrong.
We are making a pancake this morning, but is it true that the Aborigines actually invented bread?
Well, 40,000 years ago at least.
Wow.
Scientists have found a grinding dish which has evidence that Aboriginal people were grinding grain into flour that long ago. So Aboriginal people are the first people to invent bread.
Well, you've written about native grains, haven't you?
Yeah. I wrote a book called Dark Emu, and the idea was to indicate the sophistication of Aboriginal economy and also Aboriginal cuisine. And we're proud of our culture, and Australians should be proud of it too, because these are going to be foods of the future.
How's that, Bruce?
I think it looks pretty good.
That's all right?
Yeah.
Now, what do you want me to do with these?
I reckon they can go in the pot there now. And we're just blanching those.
All right.
They don't need a lot of cooking.
So this bread you actually made at home, is that right?
That one we made in Sydney, and we were really happy with the way that's been combined with rye. Oh. So this one's got a little bit of normal flour in it.
Yeah.
Can I try that? What does it taste like?
Well, there's the taste test.
Bit doughy?
No, just tastes like flour, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It tastes like a batter.
Yeah.
And the kangaroo grass flour, how is that different to, say, our regular white flour or plain flour? Well,
it's gluten-free.
Yeah.
And it's obviously a wonderful plant. We actually don't know what it tastes like yet. I'm really interested to taste that, but the flour itself's got a beautiful aroma, and just tasting a bit indicates to us it's going to be good for cooking with. But the idea behind it is for Aboriginal people to grow these plants, make a business out of them, because they don't need any more water than the country provides. Yeah. They don't need any more fertiliser than the country provides. And so it's going to be a really important plant for Australia. We can all use it.
Can you buy it? Can you buy it yet, or does it have to be marketed?
You'll be able to buy it next December.
Oh, okay. Fantastic.
Now,
we're going to harvest this.
Should we do something with the shellfish?
Yes, they can.
How do we plate that up, Bruce?
I reckon we'll just... We put a little bit of samphire into each shell.
That's
we'll
that.
grab a bit of that samphire.
Yep.
And try and just make sure that a little bit goes into each shell.
You know they're cooked,
flavour.
don't you, when the shells pop open?
Yeah.
That took no time at all.
Yeah, they only take 2 or 3 minutes. We have bimbler down on the coast, which take a little bit longer to cook, but they're all much the same flavour. And these shell foods, they kept our people alive in the hard times, in the 30s and 40s, 1930s.
We'll let you do the taste test,
Here's a
Isaac,
nice
on the
fat one.
shellfish.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
And the pancake is still going, but to tell you what, Bruce Pascoe's award-winning book, it is called Dark Emu. It's a great read, fascinating as well. It is out now. There it is. Bruce, thanks for coming in.
Thank you. That's lovely.